Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Boots would have KO'd Madrimov. Now that's what Bozy Ennis had to say. And I don't know if I agree with that, but what I will say is make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. I leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wing. Now this is the issue that I have. Just listen.
Boots is fighting Madrimov. Boots would have stopped him. That's what I said, and that's why they saying it now. You know what I mean? I think Boots would have stopped him. You know what I mean? All that stuff he was doing. He was a good fighter. You know what I mean? Can't take nothing away from him, but you know, Boots gonna fight you. You know what I mean? He'll box you, but he'll fight you too. You know what I mean? If Terence had to sit down and start ripping them shots on him, Terence could have stopped him. You know what I mean? But Terence fought. You know what I mean? And he won. And that's the case right there. He won the fight. As long as he won the fight, he did what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? He knew the guy was a puncher. You know what I mean? I guess he didn't want to take no chances. You know what I mean? But he did. I mean, to me, he did.
All right. This is where, like, for a person like me, right? Man, I've never once thought that Bozy was taking it to the stupid. But I'm going to tell you this. He needs to hold his horses because I think he's taking it to the stupid. To come out here and just say irresponsibly that his son Boots, Jerron Boots Ennis, would have stopped Madrimov, KO'd Madrimov. How? Boots will fight you. And that is why people say Boots is going to end up getting himself clipped when he steps up against guys who can really crack and who fight with intelligence. You can't just sit there and think you'll get into a mashup, crash up with everyone and have your way. Now, we saw Boots getting touched by Evanescence. Evanescence, of course, doesn't really have the hand of God type power, but he was hitting them with stuff. We saw Boots get hit by Evanescence. We saw him get hit by, what's his name, man? I'm seeing his face, man. The little short guy, man, who can crack, man. Goddamn, man. I'm seeing his face, man. Forgot his name. I think he's Russian. Anyway, and Boots has always been able to push through things. It drives me crazy. I don't even feel like looking it up right now. Lipinets. But the thing is this. To come and just look at what Crawford did and say Boots would have done better against Madrimov. All I got to say is this. So then fight Madrimov. That's what I say. Stop messing around at 147. Ain't nothing at 147. I mean, you want legacy, become undisputed. Nobody gonna give you credit for them wins anyway. I mean, come on. I don't see anybody giving Boots a problem at 147. So he goes, Norman Jr., man, may be interesting, but I think Boots clips everyone, right? So he goes and he gets undisputed. What does that matter? Man, leave that shit alone. Go up where the big money is. Go fight Madrimov. If y'all want that Crawford fight, because Crawford, he ain't hanging around too much longer. Unless they give Crawford some real good money, he may bounce. Y'all think that big money, he may hang around 4 or 5 more fights. Nah. Crawford may be, the one hitter quitter and be up out of there if he get him a $50 million payday. But for Boots Ennis, so go fight Madrimov. I'm going to tell you right now, Boots and Madrimov, I don't think Boots wins that. I don't think he wins that fight. I don't. I think he'll get dropped. I do. Look, Boots can fight. He can fight. But Madrimov ain't Roman Villa. Madrimov's a big dude. Madrimov fought heavier in the amateurs. And listen to Terence Crawford. Crawford doesn't come out here and lie and downplay nothing. He's not gonna kiss your butt when acknowledging your strengths, but he's not gonna downplay it either. What he's just gonna say is, he's strong, he's sharp. That's Crawford's way of saying, that MFer can crack. Or Sharp, that's his way of saying, that MFer can box. He had me reaching for my stuff, man. I had to be locked in. You see, Crawford not going to come out here and say it that way. He's just going to be like, he was strong. You know, he was a quality opponent. You know, he was sharp. You know, that's Crawford's way of saying it. Now, I'm going to tell you this for Bozy. Look, I think Bozy and Boots, I think they're in a good spot. Everyone's talking about him again. They're with Eddie Hearn. He's doing a good job to help expand the profile. Just sit back and let things play out. But there's nothing wrong with talking about your son, because that's what he's supposed to do. But let's be real now. Boots and Madrimov, okay, I'm just trying to see how Boots would do it. Because that shit he was doing, it took him, look how long it took him to try to really, really hurt and get a Vanacine out of there. You gonna try to play that crap against Madrimov? I just think they need to focus on 147. Now, Crawford's performance, I'm still trying to figure out how and why people feel Crawford underperformed. I don't get it. I read a comment the other day. The reason Crawford struggled with Madrimov, they said to use the word struggled because Crawford's old now. A younger Crawford would have got Madrimov out of there. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just so over this shit. But everybody take the detractors, you know what I'm saying? Everybody taking away from Crawford and his performance. And still out here not giving Madrimov his credit. That shit is crazy. Because that's exactly what Bozy Ennis did. He's not giving Madrimov any credit. But I'll tell you what. How about have Boots fight him? If Boots beats Madrimov, then we got something here. If he knocks him out, then you'll hear Hood Champion saying, uh-oh, Crawford got a problem out here. Right now, I don't think Crawford has a problem anywhere. Tim Tszyu, maybe. You know, Bohachuk, Fundora, just because of the styles, but I don't think Crawford really has too much of a problem outside really Tim Tszyu. And Fundora, tall, weird, but, you know, if he can stay behind his jab, that can be a bit problematic. If Fundora's fight smart, but he doesn't. Bohachuk, because he's long, rangy, and he has a high volume of shots, that could prove a little bit problematic. But I think Bud sorts that out pretty quick and can put Bohachuk out of there. But outside of that, there's nobody out there presenting those kind of problems. Now, you can go look at YSM Sports Media, man. There's a whole full interview, man. Go on out there and check it out and subscribe to the channel and everything. But I'm just telling you, man, I like Boots. I like his pops. I just don't want to hear the Teofimo Lopez type shit. Don't be like Teofimo Lopez Sr. Don't be like Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia's pops. Don't be like Robert Guerrero's dad. You know, don't be like these guys who coming out here, man, just screaming all kind of nonsense about what this son can do, my son of this, my son of that. You know, don't be like Devin Haney's dad. You know what I'm saying? Just keep cool. I've never heard Bozy come out here and really try to take away from another fighter. You know what I'm saying? But obviously now, you know, he feels the way he feels. So, hey, nothing wrong with voicing it. But for me, it's like, if you're going to talk the talk, well, then be ready to walk the walk. And at this point, that's what I'm going to be pushing. Throw Boots in there with Madrimov. And let's see how it goes. We saw what Boots did with Villa. Madrimov isn't Villa. Let's be real. But if Boots can go fight Madrimov and put the Philly Bing Bings on him, then Boots is on to something. I mean, he's getting the rust off, the IQ is there, the power is there, the speed is there, everything is there for him to go up there and scrap with Crawford and probably put the Bing Bings on him. But we all know styles make fights. And Madrimov just has that kind of style, I think, that's going to be problems for anybody. He's not easy to hit. He's got speed, he's got power. I think in this next fight, Madrimov will really let his hands go more. Because I think that's ultimately what hurt him against Crawford. First 3 rounds, really not letting his hands go as much as he should have. But if he sorts that out and comes back and lets his hands go, I think people are going to be in trouble. And Crawford would have lost that fight. But Madrimov just didn't let his hands go in the first 3 rounds. He basically gave Crawford those 3 rounds, which is just, you know, it backfired on him. Anyway, man, y'all keep cool. Bozy and Ennis, man. I like to see these fathers with their sons. I always say that, even when I disagree with some of them dudes' pops. I'm like, hey, the son should never leave the father. It ain't that serious. But for me, it's, just out here creating content and just having a conversation, right? Just give him my opinion. I think he should just chill out. Don't start doing that. Boots would have done this. Nah, because now you're putting unnecessary pressure on Boots to come out here and try to make the impossible possible. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't think he beats Madrimov. But anyway, people will disagree, but it's all good. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Hey, yo, Bozy. Hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking to the stoop.